When a debt goes unpaid in America, the system moves with mechanical speed to lock its doors. Miss a mortgage payment and a bank forecloses. Default on a car loan and a tow truck reclaims the asset from your driveway. Unpaid credit card balances lead directly to garnished wages. The American legal and financial infrastructure operates on this very design. Contracts are executed and assets are seized with regard for personal sentiment. It is strictly business. The nation has already built the perfect, unforgiving machinery for debt collection. In 1865, millions of people were emancipated into a landscape where their accumulated equity and earned wages were legally withheld. When faced with its largest and most documented debt, the American collection system suddenly feigns amnesia, acting as if it has forgotten how to function. Redlining, Jim Crow, and slavery served as precise financial tools to extract and withhold generational wealth. Labeling these systemic thefts as historical wrongs provides a convenient bluff to avoid a legally binding financial payment. The financial records of American slavery are etched into the foundation of the modern economy. Corporate giants like Aetna and New York Life actively wrote insurance policies using human beings as collateral. Norfolk Southern was built by stolen labor, while banks like J.P. Morgan Chase and Lehman Brothers seeded their capital in the cotton trade. The doctrine of successor liability ensures that financial obligations persist through corporate mergers and name changes. Because the corporate descendants of these entities still exist, their historical liability remains legally active. Stolen wealth was simply transferred into modern Wall Street portfolios. With identified debtors and quantifiable assets, the matter becomes an actionable financial audit. The federal government has spent decades utilizing a proven blueprint for paying financial restitution to victims of documented harm. Payouts to Japanese American internees and ongoing aid for Holocaust survivors clearly demonstrate the American financial system's capacity for restitution. The most significant precedent for slavery reparations occurred in 1862. The District of Columbia Emancipation Act shows that millions in federal restitution were paid directly to the slaveholders to compensate for their lost property. Presidential signatures and official approvals confirmed this as a flawlessly executed federal payout. The ability to write checks to the perpetrators in 1862 proves that withholding checks from the victims today is a choice. The ledgers are public, corporate liabilities are active, and the legal precedents for restitution are established. Enforcing the collection requires the courage to act on the evidence. A congressional writ of collection would force the reclamation of these funds from the offending institutions. Reclaimed capital belongs in a National Black Restoration Trust Fund designed to redistribute the stolen equity back to the descendants. Pity, charity, and apologies are irrelevant to the ledger. This is a summons for the oldest unpaid financial obligation in the nation's history, with interest compounded over 159 years.